This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah. So scenario is, are we measuring real end user experience on our website? So APM will give you that answer. Are we meeting up with the customer's SLAs? Is our app delivering consistent response time across users and geography? APM. Do we have underperforming regions? Do we have web performance plan in place for correct those problems? Is our site delivering a consistent user experience regardless of browser type? Do we know how our website response time and availability compares to our competition? Can we quantify how third-party technologies and services such as ad networks, payment processes are impacting our site performance? Can we monitor and troubleshoot problems for our mobile app using same APM tool we use for web applications? So these are the questions you will get it from the APM session. So what is your objective? Your objective in APM is to know what is the response time for my request. See that here, the you have a two users. One user is connecting to the website using the different devices, different data centers, different web servers, app servers, database servers, microservices, dependent services, and one person is getting the request response in 300 milliseconds, but one person is getting in 7.5 seconds. The question is why this guy is getting in 7.5 seconds. What is the reason for it? How to find a culprit? Where is the problem? There is a problem in the Java code, application server, JVM, or somewhere else. So there are so many data sources are there where we can get the data. Now you'll say why we have to worry about the performance. If it is working fine, why we have to worry about it? If it's getting delay by 1 second, what is the matter? So look at this here, this stats. 1 second delay in response time can reduce the conversion of sales by 7%, page views by 11%, and customer satisfaction by 16%. Just 1% delay. Here, more than half of online consumer in the US said that slight slowness is the top reason they would abandon the purchase. When online service fails, 75% of the consumer move to another channel, which can lead to millions of lost dollar. So the question is what to do. So APM you have to do. What is APM? So APM is nothing but a collections of certain tools and processes to design to understand the performance standard and troubleshoot. That's all. So this process is called APM. Okay. So look at this here. What you are going to do. Where is the problem? You need to find out. So you see the different types of customer, different browser, different devices, different ISPs, different third-party library, different web servers, database servers, and then you get the request. Where is the problem? Is this a problem in the browser, your devices, some issues with the third-party vendors, some issues with the networking, web servers, app server, database servers. Where is the problem? You need to locate that, and that is your work in APM. So tell me, where is the problem in this? By looking at this, this is a one Java call, and where is the problem?
Yeah, HTTP calls are taking more time. 856 milliseconds, and one is 364, and
Look at it carefully.
um, Java, Java, FTMQ. Again, database query is taking.
Correct. So database query is a problem. Correct now?
Yeah,
Because total execution response time is 22,764 millisecond. That means close to 22 second, 23 seconds. Out of his 19,000 seconds is been taken by queries actually. That's huge, right?
yeah.
Correct. Where is the problem?
in the
So
database.
database is a problem. So is it your work? No, this is not your work. You're developing this kind of graph is your work, because anyone will look at the graph and tell, oh, this is the problem with the database query. Let's work on the queries optimizations and do that stuff. Getting my points?
Yeah.
So that's your job actually. So what are the benefits of APM? So benefit of APM, which includes business continuity, better end user experiences, greater customer satisfaction, higher productivity, decreased reliance on costly experts, greater innovation, reduce operational costs, higher Google ranking, and tangible benefit, taking emotions out of the equations. Now the question is how to do APM. So here are two ways you have: agent and agentless. So here when I say agent, don't get confused with the agent with the one which infra agent. It's a different agent. We call it APM agent. An agentless is like a synthetic anagram, which I'll talk about in the next session. So today we'll focus on the APM only. Okay. So APM, what is APM agent then? So APM agent is nothing but the code actually. Put it in a very simple way. It's code like Java code, PHP code, Python code, Go code, and all kind of things. So it's a code actually that we call it APM agent. Okay. So remember that agentless, which is basically spanning on the network and port number, not getting inside the machine, but a network level only. They do that stuff. So how do we do the APM then? So we have to collect, check, store, check, stream, archive, query, all these things you have to do that. What are the end goal of APM? End goal of APM is to generate automatic reports, alerts, warning signals, and so on. What are the criteria you should consider in order to decide which APM tool is good? So guys, in the market, there's so many tools are there. So many tools are there. At least 15 tools are there, I guess, which I know that. I mean, I don't have worked on this, but I know that name of it. But out of which I 6, 7, I have worked on it. So plenty of tools. Some of them free, some of the paid. So there's a lot of it. So how you should decide which APM tool is good? For us, Rice is a Datadog only. But yeah, you should decide. Depends on the which language supported. Your developers are familiar with it or not. Ease of use, setup and diagnose, integration support and pricing also. Okay, so some of these are the leading APM tool which you have, which includes New Relic, App Dynamics, Datadog and all stuff like that. Okay, so this is something which is APM. Now, some of the terminologies you use in APM, we have to understand. Most of the stuff you know that. So number of users, very well you know that number of users to our website. Hits per second on my website, you understand that. Errors per second on my website. You see that 4x and 5x is considered to be error. 2x and 3x is not considered to be an error. Response time. What is the response time for my request or each request or something like that? Latency. What is the latency for the request? Connect time. SSL handshake. What is the time it's been spent? How much data has been shared throughput, and some of the mathematical algorithm like standard deviations, percentile, average, and stuff like that. So these are the common terminology, but you need to know transaction, trace, and span in APM. And this is a very important concept we have to understand. So what is transaction? What is trace? What is span? So let me help you to understand in an easy way. So here, uh, this is the user, okay, and they'll make a call to DNS. DNS will make a call to load balancer. Sorry, load balancer, and the load balancer will hit to the, this is your web server, this is your app server, and this is your database server. Okay, simple structure, SOA based. Okay, to understand simple way. So now what is a transaction, what is trace, and what is a span? So here let's say uh, you have, this is the app server. So app server, you know that software getting called. So the first method is getting called is main method. After that, some other method is being called. After that, some other method is being called. After that, some other method is being called and making a database call. Okay, so it's like this multiple method is called in this part of software. Correct now? Method or function. Correct now?
Yeah.
So now the question is, question is what is span? So guys, if you are studying the method to method transaction, this response time for this is one span. This is span, this is span, this is span.
Each
Today we
hop.
call. So between the method, I want to know method one call the method two. How much time, how much milliseconds has been taken, how much microsecond has been taken. Correct now?
So between each hop, we'll call it as span.
Each in code level. So it's a part of the internal code. Okay. So here is span. So now the question is, what is a trace? So you combine, add all this span together, and this is called one trace. Okay, so trace is between the endpoint. So between this here, there's one trace. Between this here, there's one trace. This total is one trace, right? This whole thing is one trace like that. Now, what is a transaction? So transaction is entire thing, all call overall transaction. So if I hit whatever I response, I get it 2 second is called my transaction. So out of which 1 second here, 1 second here. I miss 1 second divided by multiple span. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yeah.
So this is called transaction, trace, and span. Okay, so now what we need to do, we need to uh, move into the demo, because these are stuff which I put it in a simple way so you'll not get confused. Okay, so what do we do in this case? So I am going to uh, do something here, and that is first I'm explaining it to you how do we set up APM. So this is my server. Okay, and this is the Datadog which we have, and this is you, this is you. Okay, I'm not complicating with that too much of theory, but practical you will understand. So you will access to the Datadog and say, hey, where is my trace? I want to analyze that each trace, find out the problem in it, which problem, which trace is having more response time, and I want to know the root cause for it, why this response time is more. Correct. So how do we collect that trace? That is important. How do we collect the trace? So right now in this example, I'm using the Java code. Okay. So here what you need to do. So first thing you have to set up Java virtual machines, because any Java application you run, you have to start Java virtual machines. After that, you have to install Tomcat. And after that Tomcat, you need to install inside your application, Java based application. Are you agree with me?
Yeah.
So this is a Java minded. This is a Tomcat, and this is your applications. Okay, now here mind it, your infra agent, Datadog agent is installed here. Mind it, this is a Datadog agent, not APM agent. Okay, so now the traffic will be coming from outside. The end user will experience your website app, and app will give the response time back to the user. So now the question is, how can I track that response time? How can I capture that response time? So for that, you have to install one agent here, APM agent. Mind it, this APM agent is here nothing but a code itself. Let's say in Java, it's a Java code, jar file. Okay. So now what happens whenever the traffic is coming to application, this guy is coded in a way, this will capture the trace and send it to infra agent, and infra agent send it to here, and then you can analyze the all the traces which you have it. Simple. Got it?
Yeah.
So now what I need to do? So first thing I am going to do, first thing I am going to get one machine. That's the first thing. Second, I'm going to install the infra agent, which I did multiple times. Then I'm going to install the Java. Third step. Fourth step, I'm going to install the Tomcat. Fifth step, I'm going to enable one application, fake applications for demo where the traffic can come. And then after that, I'm going to create a APM agent. And seventh, I configure APM agent. And seventh, I'm going to do this one, create traffic, and rest of the things you will do that here. Got it?
Yeah.
So by the way, all this tutorials you have it. So if you type Datadog APM here, And you see here, this is a PHP based, but this is the Java. So all the steps which I discussed already, I have documented it, but anyways, I'll demo it, but you can refer this documentation.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So now let's directly move to the demo. So now this machine I created in the morning for the Docker session. So let's use this machine only. So I'm showing you the demo directly.
So APM agent means, do we need to install separate agent, or based on the key it
Yeah,
will enable the
yeah.
service?
APM agent is nothing but a kind of jar file. I mean, it's a code itself, applications which I need to configure. So I'll show you that one so you'll understand. Okay. So now here Ubuntu is the machine, and my habit I become root sudo -s. Now here, first thing I'm going to do is install the infra agent. So let me do that. So go to the Datadog, uh, log into that. I forgot by the way account. Hopefully it should be logged in. Then it will be good for me. Good. And I found 5 machines are reporting actually. How come? Okay. 5 machine is reporting because of this is enabled with AWS actually. So yeah, this is enabled. So let me see that these machines here. Okay, I'll check this machine a little bit later. Okay, so first thing what I'm going to do is here, just give me a few seconds. I'm just pausing the recordings.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so here, this is something I have to do. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to install the agent. So this agent is already be detected, but again, I will do that because infra agent required. Okay, so here I'm just going for one, two, quickly select the keys. All this, you know that. Copy and do that. Okay, now this let it be happening. The second thing which I'm going to do is installing the Java and Tomcat. Okay, so all these tutorials you have at my website. So select just you learn like this: Java install DevOps code. Okay, so
Yeah.
you'll get my tutorial. It will save lots of time. Don't need to struggle here and there. Okay, so most of the things I have a habit of documenting it. So Java 11 is sufficient for me. Okay, so let's get it.
Yeah.
So any installation you need Tomcat, Java or APM, this, that, hell lot of content you have. The only thing is you have to just keyword search with the Google and put the DevOps school at the end of it, just like I do that. So it's easier. Done. So let me start installing the Java. So this command 11, I'm installing it. And this one, and almost done. In AWS, everything is very fast, but locally machines, it will take time. So Java is done. Now Tomcat is something, again, you can get it the installation instruction from my website, but it's just like because I remember all these steps, I'm doing it in front of you. So copy this URL, go to OPT, here wget, enter, download this guy, and now here this is the Tomcat directory, unzip this one, and see unzip is not there, so install this and done. Now unzip this one, unzip this one, and then now you got this directory. Now if we go inside this, here I will go to the bin directory, and here I will go and give the permission chmod -r 755 dot. So permission is given for executable. That's all. So Tomcat also is done as per the image. Now see, so Java is done. This is this one. This agent is done. Machine is done. Java is done. Tomcat is done. Now let me get the applications and agent installed. So agent I'm going to install now. So how do we install the agent? So one of the easiest way, you can click here, go to this APM here. Look at this. Where is APM? Here it is. Click on this. So by default, if you don't have any services, no, you will get it like this. Okay. So service, let's go to the setup and config. Wait. So APM service map, explore, go to this one, setup and configuration, this one. I repeat, you have to click on setup and configuration, last one. Okay. So
Okay.
you have to decide what language you have. So Java, Python, .NET, Go, Node, PHP, Ruby, C++, all these things. So now I know that mine is Java. So I'll go ahead to Java. So click on this host based, container based, serverless, host based. What is your programming language? Java. So here you install agent, I did it. Choose language, I did it. Install the Java client. This Java client is APM agent. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll keep it inside a OPT directory. I'll download under the OPT directory. Mind it. Clear the screen, CD OPT, and download this. Okay. So now this is a jar file. So it's, I told you it's a program, it's not executable. So I'll just give the permission, this one also. Done. So I did it. Now here this is just for learning purpose. You don't need to do too much of work, because in real time you don't use these applications actually this way. We run application with a Tomcat or something like that. Okay. So what do we do? So these all options just for learning purpose. You give the service name, DevOps school, environment, production, you see automatically populated, enable this, all these are APM flags which you want it. Okay, and read it one line and explanations and this one. But right now in real time we run Java application in Tomcat, WebLogic, JBoss, WebSphere, all these things. So what to do? Click on the full documentations here. Okay, and here you see Java, Python, Ruby, Go, Node, da. Now here you go down, look at this here, little go down, and here you see Java, Spring Boot, Tomcat, JBoss, Jetty, WebSphere. So right now I'm using Tomcat. So what I need to do, I need to create this file, this entry in the setup dot. If you know the Tomcat, it will be easy. You have to put it in this file, setenv.sh. So this is the entry you have to put it up. Where is your jar file? So under it was my opt directory. This you have to keep it. Now you want to pass little bit more information, so copy it from here. Okay. So for example, you want to pass some more information. For example, these are the variables. So you can copy from here. So Catalan ops, there's a one thing. After that, these all things I will copy. Okay, carefully. So space, these all are entry, space. Okay, so this is the entry. I'm creating my code for Tomcat. and this one, and this one, and paste this one, and one more, this one, and last one, this application service name, this one, environment prod, and this one. So these all things are there. Now one thing I want to add from my side, version of applications. So here the version is dd.version is 1.0. Remember 1.0, or let's make it 5.0. Okay, that way it'll be unique. So this is the fifth version of application I'm doing, and these all are flags which I got it from here. You just please read this. If you're a Java programmer, you will get it what you want: profilers, rate of services, span IDs, logs, security management, all this thing you want it, and good to go. Now this code you put it inside the set env.sh. So go to Apache Apache Tomcat bin directory and then vi set env.sh. Enter. And this is installation process for agent. And now I'm going to start the Tomcat and verify whether DD agent is loaded or not. And I see that DD agent is loaded here. You see, okay, this is the loaded here. So good. Now all this thing I did it. The last thing which is pending is applications, which is not there. So what I'm going to do, let me first access my Tomcat 8080 port. So here 8080 port, firewall is open. Here. So now you know what, I'm not installing some separate application. Why? Because Tomcat automatically provide some example applications here for learning purpose. So I'm going to use the same thing. So if I click on the example, access denied. This is something which has been introduced in the latest version of Tomcat. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to disable the access. So go to the my web apps, that's a web folder for Tomcat. Go to the examples, that's applications, and here I'm going to search find.context, and this file I'm going to modify to allow access. Here I will just remove this two line in the middle. That's all. That align was not allowing it to access. Refresh it. Refresh it one more time. One more time. Done. Okay, so now these are the sample applications I'm going to use for the traffic. So if you look at this here, I got this one also, this one also. Now the last thing which will come, traffic generations. Getting my points, all of you?
Yeah.
So now how can you generate a traffic? So see, F5, 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 I can do that, but I get mad actually. I will not have a patience for that. So I'm going to use a JMeter. JMeter will create a fake traffic a lot. So here, see tools, JMeters 5.6. Now JMeter you can use for fake traffic, but right now just for I'm using for huge traffic because I need a data to be display. So JMeter. Okay, so here I'm running the JMeter. You can run F5, F5, F5 also few minutes, and that is sufficient for it for learning purpose. But I don't have a patience F5 for that 5 minutes. So I run the JMeter. JMeter will make a traffic to me. Okay, so which which resources you want to make a traffic? So let me one resources. Okay, there's another resources. There's another resources. I'm copying this. These are the resources. I'll create a traffic. There's a one more resources. There's one more resources. So these 5 resources. Let's get started. So this is the JMeter. I'm going to set it up this plan. Thread, how many users you want? So I want 20 users at a time, infinite. What is your sampler? Sampler is HTTP request, and here IP address is this one, port number 8080, and then path is this one. Okay, done. I'll duplicate this, change the path to this one. I will duplicate one more, change the path for this one. I'll duplicate one more and change the path for this one. And last duplicate. This is a five URL 20 users will hit at a time. And then I'm going to add listener, view summary reports, and one more listener. I'm going to add it. And here, summary report view trigger. Good. Save this project in the JMeter, and now JMeter will create a traffic for me. Can I hit this run? And you see traffic is being created. Now you should come to Datadog and enjoy the traces. Where is the traces? So come to Datadog and refresh this UI. Automatically one DevOps School service will come. So here, where is that? See, service catalog, you don't have to do that. Automatically one more options will come just for here traces, you can click on it. So you see the traces coming or not? See here traces started coming. You see these all are access async and all stuff. You see here. Now refresh one more time. This is the first setup, and then now go to APM, and here service catalog DevOps School, I should say. See here DevOps School has come. So now DevOps School is the one applications. Likewise, you have to configure hundreds of applications for your infrastructure. The data is still coming, it just wait for it and it will get populated. So this is the application, and you have to now, still data is not coming. So wait for it, refresh, and you'll have to keep working on it. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yeah.
So now let it come, just wait for it, and just keep checking out this one. And you can see the traces here. Here APM traces. These are all the traces. I talk about what is trace. So these each request, you see that. Analyze this here. So here if I analyze which is the having the highest response time. So this async is got loaded in 3 seconds. That's a too much actually. Why? I want to know the reason for it. Troubleshoot. So you see that here this is span. Look at this. There's only one span. Only one method is there in this code. So only one span is there. And see here, this span has spent 3 seconds. Now see that where this issues is there, which infrastructure it is running, what matrices of that machines, logs of the logs have not enabled actually, so it's not coming. Processes also have not enabled, so it's not coming. Process, how to enable process, you know that, and everything. So you have all this span, response time, span list, number of response list. You can open in the full page and analyze this whole things and find out your job is to find out the culprit. Who's the culprit? Which method is a culprit? Which code is a culprit? Which call is culprit? Which is consuming lots of response time. So right now this is only one method is there which is taking 3 seconds, and from this has made from the some machines which is, see, web detail database is not connected for this application, cache, function, custom, all these things. Are you getting my points, all of you?
Yeah.
So now you see here, come to this place again and click on the service catalog, and now still the data is not coming. Why? Just wait for a few seconds. Now it's, see the filter, there's a filter also, you just please check this out. So now you see that last deployment 7 minutes ago, your average response time, average request is 0.8 requests per second, and latency is 50, and P95 is 2 seconds. Click on this. Now you have to have a lots of graph which you have to understand this. Look at this. So here you see deployments. Remember the version 5.0 I put it up 7 minutes ago, and you see here, just make it last 15 minutes, it will be making, see here. So complete detail, you will see that here you have a requests and error, total request and error, total request by version. Right now only one version is there, and here request per second by version. Here you have analyze this. Here request and errors per second, see that here. Now here you have a full screen. You can also take this graph into the dashboard, notebook, incident and all, copy this. And you can also declare as an incident. If you find some problem here, you can declare as an incident here. Now here you see all latencies are there, P50, P75, P90, P95. So this is the latency. Okay, your customers are happy with your application or not, so that will get it from the Abdex score. Abdex score, if it is closer to 1, then customers are happy. If it is closer to 0, not happy. So right now it's 0.78, somewhere okay, not highly satisfied, but okay. So this is the Abdex score for this. If you see that all the error reportings you have here, you have right now there's no error, so it's empty. So error by version you can check, errors you can check, errors per second by version you can check, errors per so if you set up APM for some production like infrastructure, no, you have a very richer dashboard actually, and rate by version, all this thing. Okay, so here dependency map, so this is the only one application, small one, but if you have a multiple applications talking to each other, then you will have a nice dependency. For example, Datadog service map, so you will have images like this here. In the real time, if you configure, you will have such a rich image. Look at this here, this one, this is a service map. So which microservice is talking to which microservices, how much is the response time, and all this thing you can analyze on the live actually. So you can find out the problems, where is exactly the problems are. Now here if you see that these are the resource bytes, remember these are the resource which I hit it. So each resource, if you see async, hello example, request info example, all these are request bytes. And how much total traffic is coming, so you look at this total request, time has been consumed, latency, errors, error rate by request for the each request. Okay, and you see that complete details here. You can analyze the request also, resource wise also. So click on the resource, and this is a complete detail of these resources. That means this resources, what is the request by version, request and errors, same graph again, but other resources. Earlier at the microservices level, this time resource level, errors, historical latencies, dependencies, downstream, upstreams, all the stuff like that. Okay, so here
So resource means
this
each request inside.
resource means every object, every file, every method. I mean, for example, let me put it in a simple way. Let's say DevOps school, I'm hitting it. Okay, and you want to know how many resources you have in this website when you load this. So go to this inspect. Okay, and now go to the network and click hit one F5. See that. So when you load the DevOps school, how many resources get loaded? Look at this here. These many
Yeah.
resources, some images, CSS file, HTML file, JavaScript file, PHP file. So all these are resources only. Okay. So how
Mm.
many resources total? So you have total 90 requests. Now you want to know, okay, which resource is taking more time? So all.css, how much time it has taken? So you can study like this. Okay. Here, see here, you can filter like this, size and time. So see that here, the most of the time it has been taken by these two classes, XHR, I don't know what exactly. Okay, so like that, size and all. So here also similar way, these are the resources. When you hit, it's a small application, few methods and few resources. So GIF is a resources. Some ICO, icon, PNG is a resources. But this is a method, main method actually. These
Okay,
getting
resources of what? I mean, so okay, these are the resources. So the entire application of that particular resource.
Yeah, entire applications, any objects you have, CSS file, JS file, HTML file, your code, your images, videos, these all are resources, because when you make a request, everything get loaded, right?
Yeah, when I request, everything is loaded, but these are resources of
Your
Tomcat
application. No,
application.
resources of my applications.
Okay,
These applications, no,
yeah,
this application.
okay, yeah,
So when you load this application, these are the resources get loaded.
okay. And what
Okay.
about P95? What is that exactly?
Okay, I will help you to understand this one in easy way. So let me help you. What happened? This is percentile. If your kids are studying in CBSE, CBSE school, then they are having the percentile concept, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so same formulas. So let's understand this in easy way. So what happens? Uh, let's say in the last 1 hour you have got total 100 requests. Okay, 100 requests. So what Datadog or any other tools will do, they will create a bucket of the each request in the latency wise. That means, okay, 5 out of 100 requests got loaded in 1 second, remaining 5 in 2 seconds. Likewise, you have this table, whereas you see 5 1 5 2 10 3 40 requests 4 seconds, 20 requests this one. So altogether it's become a 100, correct now?
Yeah.
So now if you say, hey, your manager is coming and say, hey, give me the P90, P99. Okay. P99 means what he's trying to know. Give me the response time where the 99% of the people is having the minimal latency. Okay. So now P99 means this is the one. So your minimal latency is 7 seconds. This is the answer for it. That means they will say, okay, my 7 second is for the 99% of the people. That means 1% of the people is having more than 7 seconds. Correct now?
Yeah.
So can you troubleshoot why this 1% of the people is having more than 7 seconds response time? So this is the way to indicate your overall performance. Now they will say, okay, give me the P95. So P95 is this one. Your 6 second. Okay, that means 95% of the people is having response time in within a 6 second, but that means 5% people is having more than 6 seconds. So give me why they are having this second. So that is the way to indicator, that's the indicator way to understand your complete traffic. So P99.9, 99, P95, 90, 70, this one average 50, and all this thing is a way to understand overall performance on your website and application. Got it?
Yeah.
Here, one more thing I want to tell you, what is Abdex score? See, Abdex score, if you see that carefully, Abdex score is a satisfaction score, like how much your customers are satisfied with your application. It's a mathematical formulas. So if you see the Abdex score limited is 0 and 1, that means Abdex score always will be 0 to 1, the value. Right now, it's somewhere close to this one. So this is the value for right now. Okay, range is 0 to 1. So now if you want to understand, let me show you one image, simple one. Abdex score. See here. So here your customers are happy or not happy. Oh, yo, this image is not good. Can you see this image?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if your Abdex score is, see here, as per the thing. So right now mine is fair because mine is 0.79, right? So as per them is fair. Okay. Poor. You're satisfied. Mine is fair, not good, not excellent. If it is closer to 1, it's excellent. So this is the Abdex score. Now the question is how this has been calculated. So I will show you the algorithm for it. Where is that? Just a second. So a lot of algorithms we have
Yeah.
automatically. I mean, you don't need to understand, but understand that impact of it. See that. So how this has been calculated if you want to know the logic for it. Okay, so here what is happening? They have the response time, real response time, and that is represented in R. Now that is your website and you have a certain threshold also. That means my request response time should be this second. So you set the T. So T you set it up. R is the real number. Remember, R is the response time, which is a real, and T which your expectation. So where do you set the T? So if you see that here, see edit 0.5 seconds is set. That means I'm expecting my DevOps school application should be loaded in 0.5 seconds. That way is excellent performance. So you set the R, sorry, you set the R and T. Now what is the Abdex score? So what will happen? If R is less than and greater than T, so those users will be put it in the satisfied bucket. Where R is greater than the T, those people will be put in the tolerating bucket. Where R is greater than 4x of T, then those requests will be put in a bucket called frustrated. So you got a frustrated bucket, a satisfied bucket, tolerating bucket, and frustrated bucket. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
So now what is abdex score? So abdex score is equal to satisfied request by tolerating request by 2 by total number of requests. So see if you see here, if 100% satisfied, that means 0.2 by 100, 1. And if 0% satisfied, 0 for toleration, that means everyone is frustrated, that means 0. So 0 is worst number, 1 is your best number. This is how you can find out you are satisfied or not. So as per the index, mine is fair. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you see that all this thing, you can troubleshoot JVM. If you're a Java programmer, you want the JVM metrics, heap size, non-heap, garbage collector. So these all are will help you to debug the applications well. Uh, Infrastructure details is not activated right now. These are all the traces for the applications. Each traces you can analyze. Each traces span transactions, all this. Now these all are the filters you have. Environment filters, request wise, version. So can I change the version now? Let me change this. So here I'm going to changing the version. So I'm deploying the new version of applications. So auto. Okay. So we stop this, shut down and change the version. So now I am deploying the application 6.0. Though I'm not changing the application, just faking it out. And here 6.0. So you can compare which version of application is doing well. Okay, so I change this 6.0 and start up once again. Again here I will do a little bit of traffic increment. So 20 people to 30 people. I hope my system should not hang. And, and now you can see, go to the dashboard, and here you can see production, and here two versions will come. So go to the service page, and here you see 5.0 and 6.0. It has come. See, 6.0 has come. Okay. Now you can compare between the two also. So here 5 and 6. See, 5 is blue, 6 is little bit dark. What is this colored? I don't know. So you see that you can compare. So which is good? So you can compare. It will come automatically, and you can compare which version is doing well, last version or new latest release, all this thing. So here it's complete same differences between 5 and 6 still is coming actually. So here it is come, but remaining still is coming. Okay, so here you can see error rates or by version. So here request by version. Look at this. So total request is coming, previous version more, new version is little less right now. Still is coming up. Understanding all of you? See, so I increase the number of users, so it's gone up, and see there's a between some problem. So you can see why there's a downtime. So here there's a downtime. So you should try to fix it. 9 time it got hit. There's a downtime here. So here all this thing you should check it
Yeah.
out. Got it?
Yes.
So this is the APM. Profiles is basically for the Java programmers. They will see all the Java related. See here you can check the each method, each line of code, how much time it has taken. These all the right side we see is method actually, and see all the method and classes and all, and you see how much milliseconds has been taken. So if you think like some of the resources are taking, some of the code level is taking more resources, then you can analyze and tell to the programmer saying that hey, we are having some problem in this class, that class, and stuff like that. So complete, you know, depth level, you have all this stuff. Getting my
Yeah.
points?
Okay.
Okay, so this is APM. You have to set up, try it out. This and get used to it.
Yeah.
Here you have a left side. In real time, you'll have hundreds of services. I have only one. So when you have hundreds of services, some services will be web. Right now mine is web. Some services DV, some cache functions, custom and all. And different filters are there for working on it. And timeline here you have. Search, you can search for the type of services in real time. Mapping, I have hardly one, but real map I showed you know that images will be like this. Real time, if you see, you'll be having like this map.
Yeah.
So you can see the relationship between the one service to another service, and between one service to another service, how much milliseconds of time is taking also.
Millisecond.
Got
I
it?
mean, it's a response time or
Response time, always APM is equal to response time.
okay.
So there you are tracking the performance, right? So that is stuff.
Mm, okay. So if I take, I mean, in between five devices latency, so I
Yeah.
mean, how can we get the latency? I mean, we need to total it and we have to get it how.
Yeah, so you have to, let's say you click first, you want to know the latency for, so let's say first you click on your application and then go to the full page of service page and then find out this microservices, how many traces you have. So click on the traces. Okay, that's the overall page. Now, if each request is coming here and one of the, let's say you find some problem, so you can filter here also by errors, by span and all, and filter. I filter by durations right now. And here you see this request has taken 4.7 seconds. Why? Click on it. And this is the one. How many spans you have? So two span you have. You see three spans you have. Home page and then index.jsp. Where is the problem? So if I see that index.jsp is loading in 4.12 seconds. Why? What is the problem? So click on this and go to the full page. It will be easy for you. And GSP problem, there's a JSP. So why is loading in 3.4.2 seconds? So right now, this is the problem. Right now, you cannot go more than depth because that's the last span. So now you can inform that developer, hey, this page, it should not load in 4.12 seconds. It's not good. It's bad. Okay, getting points.
Yeah.
So this is the complete details. But you want the JVM information. So go to the JVM here and profiles. Now search by JSPs. So here JVM DevOps School, and here you see the JSP where this JSP is being called. So you need to do little bit of, see here, where is JSP? So locate that JSP and that method and all, and you can inform the developer saying that this is the problem. So I think this homepage JSP not able to see that. I think examples. Yeah, examples. Yeah. And here all this thing, no, GSP, it was in that particular trace was having problem. Overall, that resources are good. So here, this region, this is not showing here. So like that. So yeah, this is a Java stack. Okay, any questions so far?
Okay.
Okay, so next topic would be log management. So I will ask you to practice this one, whatever we have, and let's connect tomorrow for the logs. And after the logs, we'll go into the alerting also dashboard. I mean, sorry, next topic would be synthetic and RAM, one topic, and after that we'll have a log. So two topics we'll have it before that. Okay, any questions so far?
Yeah.